Tonight, the Kraft Music Hall presents the Friars Club roasts
John Gwardyak.
Good evening and welcome to the Roast of John Gwardyak. We're here tonight to celebrate a man who's brought plenty of joy to everybody here in the school district of Eastchester. With his shows and his laughs, we love this man. The myth, the mustache, John Gwardyak. What can one say about John Gwardyak? Well, he lies. The man lies to get what he wants. To be honest, the first show I worked with him, Flea in Her Ear, I remember watching TV and finding the show, it's actually called The Flea in Her Rear. What I found out is he went to the principal, Bob Nardello at the time. This guy looked like Nosferatu meets Mr. Burns from The Simpsons. And he said, you know what? I want to do the show A Flea in Her Rear. And this guy was old. So he's like, what? A flea in her ear? John's like, yeah, that's the show. And that's the one that he did. But I have to tell you something. That was the first show that I filmed. And John's lighting was so bad that when I switched to camera 3 every time, the whole show went monochromatic. Camera 1, color. Camera 2, color. Camera 3, black and white. Not on my end. It's John's lighting. What can I say? And I'll also tell you one thing about John. The reason we're starting late, they couldn't even figure out how to get into the program tonight. The guy's not even retired, and he's already forgetting how to operate technology. So hopefully we can give him a few laughs tonight and really, really enjoy the evening. We got a great lineup tonight. We're going to see some roasts from some colleagues, some friends, some of the alumni. We're going to also share some special videos as well. So as the curtain is going down on John Gwardyak's illustrious career, I can assure you the light on the marquee is really bright at that liquor store on Wednesday's Senior Citizen Day. So here's an umbrella drink to you, John. Congratulations on your retirement, and look forward to the time with Karen you have alone with nobody to interfere. Just the two of you, alone, for the rest of your lives. So with that, I'd like to lead you to our MC of the evening, Mr. Kevin Wingertson.
Hi, everybody. Michael Goldstein, everybody. Whoops, note this side over here. Give it up for Michael Goldstein. Bye, Goldstein. I'll see you later.
It's confusing.
Okay, bye. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Roast of John Gwardyak. I'm so happy to be here doing this tonight. My name's Kevin. I was a member of Players Club from 2012 to 2016, where some of you may remember me as weird lanky kid with the very thin buzz cut. And in fall of 2019, I took a job at Eastchester High School, where you may recognize me now as weird lanky adult with the hippie hair. Tonight's going to be so much fun and so special, and I'm so honored to be hosting this event. Throughout the years, I found myself in the unique position of not only knowing John as a student, but also as a coworker. And the incredible thing is, John treated me the exact same way in both scenarios. I should clarify that. In both scenarios, John treated me like absolute crap. I don't know why I got asked to do this thing. That guy's a dick. No, but seriously, that's one of John's superpowers. He's able to talk to kids and teenagers as if they were adults, which is incredible. But it's also incredibly dangerous because we're talking about John Gwardyak here. I think we all have a story where John has said something wildly inappropriate that we can never share in a public setting. So I'm going to take the next 5 seconds for us to just sit in silence so we can all think about whatever that one story is, where if it was said out loud tonight, John would definitely get fired before he could retire. Yeah, definitely. You can't tell that one at all. There's a lot of fun parts about working with John, but sometimes I get afraid that I spend too much time with him. Like one time I was working on a project with Karen, and we stumbled upon an issue. And I was thinking really hard, and so I stopped talking for a bit. And then I was scrunching my head together like this also, just like because I was thinking so hard. And then all of a sudden, Karen just turns to me and goes, you know you're turning into my husband, right? Which is like One of the scariest things I've ever heard. Karen, please, I beg to God, keep that to yourself next time. I don't want to hear that whatsoever. That being said, when John and I are hanging out at work, I do like to put our IDs together and say it looks like a before and after picture. I think that's very fun. Have you guys actually seen what young John Gwardyak looks like, though? This guy was a freaking hunk. People, calm down, okay? I know. Look at this sexy guy. John looked like a splitting image of Howard Stern here. It's insane. The man used to look so much like Howard Stern, and now he looks like what would happen if Howard Stern gave birth to Alf. That's my meanest joke that I have here. John has a pretty impeccable track record when it comes to putting on shows and making decisions based around those productions. I think we can all agree on that. Like, there's times, but there's also times where John has dropped the ball that also stands out in my mind when I'm looking back. There's small examples of this, like when John meant to write Peninsula on a set piece, but he forgot the second N. And then there's much bigger ones. Now, I'm not a Broadway person whatsoever, so I only learned last year that Once on This Island is a Black musical. That's why it didn't make any sense whatsoever when I saw it in middle school. John, you can't cast kids from the most Italian-American town possible to play Black characters. Go do Oklahoma or Jersey Boys or some other Kirkland brand white-ass musical. I've said it once and I'll say it again. There's truly no racism like high school theater racism. Some of you may know that John actually splits his time between multiple schools. Like, he was the technical director at Rye High School for many years. And I'm not saying that John did anything suspicious and borrowed equipment and other supplies from Rye, but if you do go into the TV studio at EHS, you might find a sandbag labeled property of Rye School District propping open a closet. John stealing equipment from Rye and bringing it to Eastchester is like a father stealing his stepson's Xbox and giving it to his main family. That's like some Homer Simpson level like pettiness when it comes to like Ned Flanders, stealing from Ned Flanders.
Hi, Marge. I was wondering if you had a power sander I could borrow.
Homer?
Nope.
That's one right there.
All right, but remember, it's mine.
I'm very proud of that one right there. The memories we make in Players Club are so precious and so important to everybody involved. Like, I'll never forget my first musical. We had this device called Robo-Todd, and Robo-Todd would play the instrumentals for each song whenever Todd couldn't make it. And then for one show, John's sitting in the auditorium seats, and he's just screaming at Robo-Todd to stop playing. It's just a lot of, stop, stop. I vividly remember thinking in that moment, I'm so glad I'm getting it on the ground floor here before this man gets even more senile. But there's also memories from my last musical too, Curtains, where we set up a dummy so it looked like my character was hanging from a noose above the stage to end Act 1. It was actually pretty cool. We actually tried to safely set it up so it would be me up there instead of the dummy, but then we remembered the Sunday matinee of Beauty and the Beast and decided to play it safe. But I'll truly never forget going to college and realizing that not everybody was blessed with the arts program that we had at Eastchester. I thought everybody had a dude who embodied all the weird aspects of Santa Claus running their theater club. I truly did. When I went to college, that's when I first started truly seeing John's impact on my life. The work ethic that he instills in you through the Players Club is literally life-changing. John shows you through example that if you care about something, you have to put everything into it. And that's such a beautiful thing to see in the arts at such a young age. John is able to instill these incredible life lessons about individuality and trusting your intuition and believing in yourself through a high school theater club. Every other kid I know that's done high school theater only received untreated trauma and a few weird ego complexes. While John gave us a platform to find out who we are. I salute you, John Gwardyak. Thank you for your years of service for the Eastchester community. We're all so much better off for having you in our lives. Welcome to your roast. So I'm going to bring out a bunch of people who will be roasting John further on in the night. Please throw your hands together. Sebastian Maroon. Who else do we got down here already? We got Ryan Martin, and we got Eric Elson. And starting off the show, oh no, guys. Oh, shoot, before I get into that bit, everybody should unmute their mics because we're all going to be laughing at the things that people say. Woo! Thanks, guys. And without any further ado, please welcome John Gwardyak.
Hi guys, how are you? I'm gonna choke every one of you.
Okay,
with bare hands.
I'm gonna mute him. Okay, before we get oh no, crap, guys, my boss is here. Oh crap. And
I
he wants to
stopped using
say
the word crap.
crap. My boss is here. And he wants to say some words tonight? Oh, no. Okay. Everybody, please put your hands together. It's Dr. Jeff Capuano.
Good to see you all, John. And
Hold on one second. I'm going to make Dr. Capuano big. There we go. Okay, take it away.
That's scary. It's great to be with you all tonight, John. It's great to see you. And Karen, I wish we were able to do this in a full auditorium. That was definitely the hope. What I could tell you is I'm not funny like Mike Goldstein, and my hair is not as nice as Kevin's. And I'm not going. One of the worst things to possibly do is try to be a comedian when you're not. I think we're going to hear a lot of humorous anecdotes tonight, which are going to be great. But I'm going to try to do something a little bit different. I'm going to try to be heartwarming. Let's see if I could pull that off. We're going to hear a lot of people speak tonight. I'm pretty sure we're going to hear none of them talk about lighting design or set design or directing or producing. I could talk about set design. I could talk about the time where John almost burned down the auditorium. I could talk about when he came into my office to admit that he almost burned down the auditorium. And then I can talk about how we sat in front of my computer looking at the video from the auditorium of him almost burning it down about 20 times. And it was as funny the first time as it was the last time. But I'm not going to talk about that. What I wanted to talk to you about tonight is the fact that under his leadership, we had by far the best shows in Westchester County. Right, Pete Kramer? I know you're here. And I know the shows and I want to see that in writing so everybody in the county can see that John Gwardyak did that type of job. I think we'd all agree also how he impacted our school and each of us who are here tonight as individuals. If John had a motto, John, your motto would not be "the show must go on." It would be "people are the priority." He doesn't just focus on those who can sing or dance. Everyone sparkles in his eyes. His goal isn't just to produce the best shows possible, which he did, but to give opportunities to all types of students, from those destined to be on the Great White Way to our special education population. The show was the medium by which he taught his important lessons. But his stage wasn't in the auditorium. It was wherever he was standing at the time. And what he was saying and teaching was never an act. Here's what John taught me. Be joyful in all situations. Be kind all the time. Be positive as much as possible. Look for the silver lining. Be caring. Laugh a lot. Never laughing at others, but always laughing at yourself. And invest in others. And the number of former students shows he's attended has to number in the hundreds. John, this isn't your final bow. John, this is certainly not the curtain going down on your career. Now you can sit quietly in the audience watching all of us continue to perform the lessons you taught us. In your honor, we will continue to perform, continue to live, and continue to see life through John-colored glasses. I'll close with this. I've been at EHS for 18 years and have been in education for 27. I've known many superintendents, many administrators, many teachers, many coaches, and many advisors. A lot of them had impact on others. Some had significant influence. There are only 2 people I have known in my entire career who have profoundly impacted so many students in such deep ways. And John, you are one of those people. Tonight, John, this is your opus. The people here tonight love you and are indebted to you for the ways you've impacted their lives. We honor you, love you, and will miss you, but we know you will haunt us on a regular basis and visit and reach out. Tonight, we honor you, we love you, we're going to miss you, but know that the team of Zambelli and Gwardyak will always be on our minds and hearts. And we love you, and we love Karen immensely, and we're so grateful for having known you so long and for being able to work with you.
Yay. Thank you, Dr. Capuano. That was so beautiful. Okay, everybody say bye to Dr. Capuano.
Bye, guys.
Bye, doctor.
Bye, Jeff.
All right. Our next act is one of these 3 dudes over here. Can you guess who it is? It's bing, 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 bing. Eric Elson, everybody. Put your virtual hands together.
Hello, everyone. Man, I really thought I would never have to listen to another Capuano speech. That was really unexpected. Thank you all for being here. It's nice to see you on my computer screen down here. I know what you're thinking. I'm not funny. I was supposed to be here with my roommate, John Sarasi, who is funny, but he couldn't make it. So it's just me, but we'll make it work. I'm a showman. I don't know if you guys remember, but I got all the leads, except for the Beast. Don't think I forgot, John. I did not. But I'm not like Linda. I'm playing the long game. In 20 years, when you are sitting in an old folks' home, I'll come by. I'll take your keys for that final time, and I'll convince you have dementia. But no. Seriously, just because I got good parts, don't think that John liked me. He didn't. I was also the president, and he refused. He once threatened to remove me for texting. That's true.
Where's President Daffer?
No. But John loves all of his students. If you didn't know, he's got pictures of all of us on the wall in his booth, and on the ceiling in his booth, and on the ceiling in his truck, and on the door in his bathroom, and on the ceiling in his bedroom. I caught him once blindfolded in the booth throwing darts at the wall. I don't know what that was. That was really weird. John did really love everyone. His favorite thing was the chorus. That's what he would always say. I love the chorus, but that's because that was Karen's work.
Thank you.
Here, can you choreograph a 7-minute ballet? And then he changed one thing. He'd be like, perfect. Look at my work. No. I think he liked the chorus because he could make everyone who didn't get a big part feel a little better. You didn't get a part, just make one up, but don't say anything and don't do too much. Man, 15 Town Drunks. It was always a good show. When it came to giving parts, getting parts, the good parts, the big parts, those were saved for the talented kids, the funny kids, or the kids, with famous parents. John he had a saying. What did he work for the Players Club? Well, he would, like 30 years in the district. He had a saying in all, 1 million of his shows: whoever is best for the part gets the part, unless your grandpa's Alan Arkin or your mom's Audra McDonald. 30 years. He said that for 30 years. I don't know. So, good thing those kids showed up. That would have been a weird saying. John always had a saying. He said, to be an actor, you have to be an asshole. And I think that's just because he didn't want to be the biggest one in the room. John Gwardyak, you are the reason I went to high school every single day. And I'm sure that's the case for everyone else here and for many, many others, hundreds and hundreds. You are the reason we got up and we made it through those long, grueling days, and I don't really know how to repay that other than making fun of you. So that's what I did. Thank you guys for being here. Good night.
Eric, Elson.
It was funny.
All right, everybody say bye to Eric. Bye, Eric.
Hi, Eric.
Bye.
I hate that guy. Oh, hi, Seabass.
Am I going? Hello.
Actually, there's some business. You are up next, but there is some business that we have to take care of first. Ryan, I'm going to take you off screen real quick. Nope, I made you big. Ryan, oh, there we go. Okay, cool. So yeah, up next is Sebastian Maroon over here, one of my closest friends in the whole entire world. But first, there's something that we have to get off our chest to you, John, and Karen.
Yeah, this is going to be a little tough, but if you remember, in the year of 2015 to 2016, you appointed Kevin and I to the illustrious position of publicity managers, and we happily accepted. And when we took that position, we took an oath. We took an oath to be honest. We took an oath to be creative. And we took an oath to promote the damn shows the best we could. John, we broke that oath.
We broke it.
In the year of 2015 to 2016, we used Players Club money to hire a professional graphics artist to design Curtains the Musical, poster promotions, and other items.
An outside source.
Listen, we just wanted to get ahead of the curve, and get it all, because I know like rumors are flying around the Facebook pages about this, and we didn't want to. Let's be honest, Kevin, we didn't want to get canceled for this.
No, especially not in the Players Club community. I need that.
But to be fair, we're also here to defend ourselves, because you hated our ideas.
Yeah.
And there was nothing else we could do. I mean, look, I believe Kevin has some pictures.
Yes.
Look what we got these professional graphic artists to do. It's beautiful. It tells a story. It's amazing. It's amazing. And look at what we have after hours of studying the old masters, looking at Picasso paintings and arguing with each other and bringing you every draft and spending hours on the drafting table. This was our magnum opus. So you see why we had to do this, and we just want to say sorry for deceiving you and the community, and we would also like to come out and say that we will not be reimbursing any of the $300,000 we took from the club to fund that, nor will we be continuing our position as publicity managers. And
yes, expect our letters of resignation any day now.
Thank you.
Do you forgive us?
No.
All right, folks, I'm going to bring in some other people to laugh along with us. I'm bringing Ryan Martin back to the stream. And also, who's in here? Oh, Jen Tyler. She's going to laugh along with us also. But first, we're going to be laughing to one of my best friends in the whole entire world, Sebastian Maroon.
Yay,
Put your personal hands together.
Yeah. Hey, guys. It's good to be here. I love to see all these faces, these familiar faces. I mean, Ryan Martin's here. What happened? They couldn't get Bobby?
Yeah.
Not too many people know about this, but Ryan's actually going through a breakup. He's sad to see his girlfriend go, but on the bright side, it's only going to take him 30 seconds to deflate her. If you ask me, it's an upgrade from his last girlfriend, who was made of Legos. Bobby Moynihan's here tonight. What? He isn't? Oh, he's filming an NBC pilot? Oh, it's canceled? Oh, he's filming another one? Oh, that one's canceled? Oh, sorry about that, folks. John Gwardyak is here, obviously. The man of the hour. Going into this, I really wanted to roast John for his age tonight, but I couldn't. And it's not because I didn't want to. I'm always ready to kick an old man when he's down. but just because I just don't know how old he is. I mean, realistically, he must have been born sometime in the 1940s, 50s. But, you know, the way he picks his the same 1800s fall comedy farce every year makes me think he's a bit older. You know, all I know for sure is that he's too old to be that into Disney. But whatever gets you laid, right, John? John he's got a long and successful career at Eastchester, and it's honestly amazing how many records he's hit along the way. You know, John currently holds the all-time record for number of students directed to use an English accent in a play that doesn't belong in England. To quote my mother, why is Shrek and Donkey doing English accents? John also holds the record for directing the worst English accents in plays that don't take place in England. To quote my mother, why are Shrek and Donkey doing English accents? And why are they so bad? But yeah, John's a special guy, you know. Normal people, you know, they have fun by watching a movie or playing basketball, you know, having hobbies. But John is not a normal person. John is a high school theater director. And what that means is that he gets his rocks off by dressing 15-year-olds in racially insensitive costumes, taking pictures of them, and then uploading them to Facebook so that their shame is on display for as long as the internet exists. You know, like that time John dressed me up in a traditional Middle Eastern costume. Or like that time John dressed me up in a traditional Native American costume. Or like that time John dressed me up in a traditional Chinese outfit. Happy May, John. Or like the time he made Kyle do Greenface and Shrek. That was crossing the line. But, you know, you can't blame the guy. He grew up in a different time. He 18, 19? Seriously, how old is this guy? John, seriously, you've touched thousands of kids in your time at Eastchester, and you've touched the hearts of thousands more. I'm sorry. That is low-hanging fruit, and John knows a thing or two about low-hanging fruit. But seriously, in all seriousness, John, no words to describe the impact that you've had on me and everybody else. You've quite literally changed the trajectory of my life forever. And I love you, and I appreciate you, and I hope you enjoy your retirement, and don't bother caring too much.
Yay, Sebastian Maroon, everybody. Thank you, Seabass. Okay, everybody say bye to Seabass.
Bye, Seabass.
Bye.
Okay, now's the part of the show where I'm going to try to play a little video. Let's see. Oh, yep, here we go. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be playing some videos tonight from just people saying whatever they want to John. Here's video number 1. Oh, please play.
Congratulations, John. Now, hold on. You don't have to go through with this.
Oh, shit.
Hop off the Zoom, go tell the school board you're here to stay. It's all good.
Wait, okay.
Congratulations, John. Now, hold on. You don't have to go through with this. Hop off the Zoom, go tell the school board you're here to stay. It's all good. But just in case you are going through with it, thank you so much for years and years of fantastic shows, from Seussical to Beauty and the Beast. I am so grateful for every single moment we had on the EHS stage. I remember right after While the Lights Were Out, you came up to me and you said, "Brandon, you're a character actor. You sparkle." Now, I had no idea what that meant, especially the sparkle part. But oh my gosh, thank you for saying that, because you ignited the flame and you inspired me to follow my dreams. I am sending so much love to you and Karen right now. Congratulations, and I hope you have lots and lots of milk and cookies.
I would not be the teacher that I am today without having learned to be the person I am from John Gwardyak. My senior year of high school, I was struggling with balancing the amount of activities I was taking part in. I kind of wanted to be everywhere all at once. And there was some debate over what things should take precedence. And I remember that John, throughout the process, was in my corner for whatever was best for me. It wasn't what was best for John and what was best for the musical. It was what was best for me so that I could be the best person I could be for the musical. I learned so much from John about being a good teacher and about caring for students and about giving students your all to help them become the best that they can be. And I would not be sitting in this office as an orchestra director if not for all the lessons that John taught me over the years. Sending all my love to you, John. Thank you.
Hey John, I just wanted to say a huge congratulations on your retirement and your last show. I feel so lucky to have gotten to know you because you make everyone feel so seen and heard and special, and that is part of your magic. One of my favorite memories with you is when I actually first met you and you came up to me and I was super scared and you were like, your name is Alexandra with a K and an S, right? And I was like, yeah, and you were like, I'll never forget that. I will always know your name. And you did, and I have gotten to work with you as an officer and alongside you and really get to know you. And from then on, I've gotten to stand with you in the auditorium and go over casting crew members' names so you could address them when giving them a sparkle word, not just point and be like, you, because part of your magic is that you make everyone feel seen, special, and like they sparkle. Like you've sparkled and made all of us who we are and helped shape the people we've become. So thank you.
I first met John Gwardyak when I was auditioning for Seussical the Musical in the 7th grade. Now, I hated singing in public. I was scared out of my mind, but I wanted to be in a show. And I remember being in the choir room, everybody was singing in this beautiful high soprano range, and I'm sitting there like, oh my gosh, what am I gonna do? I can't do that. I can't hit those notes. So spur of the moment, I decide to sing in my lower alto octave. And at the end of my solo, I look over at this guy, the director, John, and he looks at me and he points at me and he says, now that's what I'm talking about. And it was really a beautiful moment for me where I realized, you know, this director doesn't want us to all be the same. He really wants to embrace our unique differences, whether it's in, you know, our singing, our acting, but also in our personalities, you know, who we are, where we come from. And that's what I always loved and respected about John. He's a wonderful, wonderful director. He's a wonderful human being. But most of all, he taught us that it's okay to be different.
We always called John Gwardyak by his first name. During a time in our lives where we were surrounded by adults with titles like Mr. or Mrs., we were on a first name basis with John. In fact, I think I only ever called him Mr. Gwardyak once, and that was when I was picking up my audition script for my freshman year fall comedy, Shakespeare in Hollywood. John created a comfortable environment for us to be ourselves and for us to put ourselves into a variety of different characters. He always encouraged us to act, sing, or dance our butts off to the point where the stage would be littered in our butts. That advice works really well in real life, but you can't really leave your butt in most places because it is frowned upon. John, thank you so much for everything you've done, not just for me or the Players Club, but for the entire Eastchester High School community. You've left us with so many wonderful memories to look back upon, and we are ever thankful for it. Congratulations and have a happy retirement. You've earned it.
I met John Gwardyak when I was just a freshman in 2008 when I joined the Players Club during the fall comedy. And I was lonely. I didn't have any friends back then, but because of John and because of Players Club, for 4 years I had a place to go after school. I had friends and a community that loved me. And I don't think that would have existed without John. So, John, thank you for giving me a place to go every day. Thank you for all the laughter and the smiles and the fun and the tears when it all ended. I'm sure I speak for a lot of people when I say we're going to miss you. Love you, John.
Congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for making such a large and positive impact on my life. I will always fondly remember the Players Club and how it enriched my high school experience and those of many others. Wishing you all the best for your next big adventure. Again, thank you so much for giving us all something so special to look back on. Enjoy retirement!
Okay, enough of the sappy stuff. Let's get back to roasting John Gwardyak. Oh, yeah, applause for everybody. I'm gonna bring some more friends on to laugh with us. Hey, it's Laura Brown, everybody. And who has to follow that beautiful video? Ryan Martin. Ryan, how do I get you? Oh, no, there we go. Folks, please put your hands together for the 2019 Players Club president, Ryan Martin.
Thank you. You know, I was really, truly honored when Kevin asked me to be a part of tonight's event. And then I saw that CBUS was involved, and I realized they were just letting anyone do this. Director, mentor, friend. These are words I learned about during my time at East Chester High School. I don't know what they mean, but I know they exist. Thank you for the quality education, Dr. Capuano. Anyways, time to roast the old man. John, do you know how long I've been waiting for this day? Do you know? I'll tell you. 864 days. For those of you who haven't been keeping track, that's how long it's been since John cast me as the priest in Mamma Mia. The priest. Come on, John. Coincidentally, it's also been about 864 days since John has been able to put his pants on without Karen's help. Now, John, your relationship with Karen is special. It's like a movie. And that movie is Shrek. Except instead of ogres, you guys transform into theater people, which I would argue is worse. When you're an ogre, you may be ugly on the outside, but at least you're beautiful on the inside. For theater people, it's a losing battle on both fronts. I mean, just look at Seabass. Woof. I saw a sign the other day that reminded me of you, John. It said, buy 2 replacement knees, get the third one free. I don't know what you would do with the third. Maybe replace an elbow. It's incredible, though, John, because through modern medicine and science, you've become more machine than man. You're basically the East Chester version of the Winter Soldier. All we need are a set of code words to activate you. Then we can have you committing atrocities like assassinating the president or casting me as the priest in Mamma Mia. 2 equally terrible acts. Coincidentally, that's also how I describe Mamma Mia. 2 equally terrible acts. Not many people know this, but John is actually a triple threat. It's true. He's a triple threat to society. He's old, he's weird, and he has a mustache. He had 3 choices of career. It was either he would be a high school theater director, a porn star, or a serial killer. He does have a thing for murder mystery shows. Anyways, I feel like John being a serial killer isn't too much of a worry anymore. I mean, if he's chasing you, you could probably just get away with a brisk walk. Unless he's driving his white SUV, then you're screwed. Anyways, I got sidetracked. John, you're weird. I once saw you go up to a visiting alumni, hug them, and go, you smell different. Let's unpack that for a second, okay? 1, you smelled them before. 2, you remembered what they smelled like even though they don't attend this school anymore. 3, you were able to pick up on the minute differences between their current smell and their old smell. 4, you went and thought, no, that's not creepy enough. I'm going to tell them that I just smelled them. Anyways, it's a shame Bobby Moynihan never came back to visit after that. But honestly, I don't blame him. Most of you probably know this, but during the pandemic, John wrote a series of 81 poems and posted videos of them on social media. My favorite part, though, is that for the first 50 or so, he would open them with, "Hi, John Gwardyak," which may not sound like much, but when you swipe through really quickly, you get a fun montage of John just going, "Hi, hi, 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 hi." Which I really appreciated because it felt like John was really there with me in the quarantine. Like he was sitting right next to me and he kept forgetting that he already said hi to me. Anyways, I bring up the poems because to finish off my set, John, I prepared a poem of my own for you. Now, I'm not good at writing, so I can't do a sonnet like you, and they're really hard. So you're gonna have to settle for a haiku. Hi, John Gwardyak. Big mustache, even bigger heart. Lost his keys again. Thank you for everything, John.
Yay, Ryan Martin, everybody.
Thank you, Ryan. Bye.
Great job, Ryan. Okay, everybody say bye to Ryan.
Goodbye.
Ooh, bye, Ryan. Okay, that's great. Our next act, I'm so excited to introduce this guy. This is another man that I knew in high school, and now I'm co-workers with him too. Please, everybody, put your hands together for Alex Fletcher.
Hi, Alex.
Oh,
Kevin
yay,
muted
great.
me, so I unmute myself. Thanks, Kev. Okay, great. Hi, everybody. So, as we gather together tonight to honor John Gwardyak, the first thing I wanted to do is I wanted to try to speak with his voice to you all. So, John Gwardyak. Sorry, couldn't do it without joking. Anyway, so my first memory of John Gwardyak ever was, so I got the job at Eastchester, and then I walked up to the booth, to the small dark room that an old man is sitting in, full of pictures of children, and I started talking to him about theater. And we talked for a little while, and it was a really lovely conversation. And basically, the first thing I can remember him really saying to me is, "Are you after my job?" And I mean, John, I lied. I said no, but I've been playing the long game all this time, and I've just let the slow pace of entropy take its course over the last 9 years or so, just waiting for the slow decay of time to take its toll on you. And my plan has finally come to fruition. But no. So that was my first memory, and the second memory, I started to think about, okay, I gotta talk about John. What's the first word that comes to my mind? And when I think about John, I think the first word that comes to my mind is fashion icon. John Gwardyak walks into a room, and just the first thing that goes into your mind is like, oh, that's what it would be like if sweatpants was a person. He has, in terms of fashion, he has two modes, right? John has two modes, and he commits, man. It's either 30-year-old holy t-shirt or tuxedo. There is nothing in between. It is one or the other with nothing in between. So we all know, right? So John has been working for years all around Westchester County as a director, as a lighting designer, as obviously building sets, designing sets, painting sets, costuming, PR, props. This man has been responsible for so many parts of so many shows. And what I have to ask you, John, is there anything you can do? But so I'm kidding, right? John, we all know John is an amazing lighting designer. And I know that John is the best lighting designer I work with every year. And the reason is because he designs the same plot and show every year after year after year after year. And so he stays the same every year. But the one thing he is most known for, at least among this group of people, as a director, and I've worked around too, and I've worked with a lot of people, and I really have to say that John is the second best director in his family, like bar none, the second best director in his family. So this one time, I was building a set with John, and we got into a little bit of an argument because I was building a set and it was off by about 1/8 of an inch. Like there was a gap or something of 1/8 of an inch, and I was freaking out because I'm anal retentive. And John was like, Alex, don't worry about it. They're not going to see it from the audience. And so, like, you know, over my time learning to work with John, I realized that there's a lot of things that John doesn't really care about 1/8 of. But if it's a martini, you're damn well sure he's going to finish the last 1/8 of that martini at any time, day or night. You know, John is the only person that I know that can go out for milk and cookies every day and not have to worry about getting diabetes. Cirrhosis of the liver, on the other hand, is right around the corner. But we'll all wish you well in terms of your health. It's humbling to see the people here speaking about John. Like, I know what impact that all of the students have had, that John has had on all the students. You know, I see it every day. I've seen it here. I've seen it for the last decade. And I got to tell you, John, I know that these students would follow you anywhere. Mostly it's because they don't want you to wander off, but, you know, they just definitely follow you anywhere. You know, Ryan, like, you're known for losing your keys, right? And so the students think you lose your keys, and that's fine. But because I work with John all the time, I know he's not really losing his keys. It's a cover. John doesn't lose his keys. He knows exactly where his keys are, but he says he loses his keys, and he goes and looks for them because that gives him time to remember his own name and why he's surrounded by teenagers. Well, it's, you know, like a trick that he's using to cover. I don't like very many theater directors, high school theater directors. You know, often, you know, they're vain or self-serving. And you know, when I came to Eastchester and in that first conversation with John, and he invited me to come and watch a rehearsal and give notes, I almost immediately fell in love with him as a human, him as a theater professional, and him as a director. He does exactly what a high school theater director needs to do, which is to instill a love of theater into the hearts and minds of young people. And not all theater directors do that. Like, you guys have had the experience of having John. You don't see what's out there, and I don't know that you know just how. I know you know he's special because of what he did with you, but I don't know that you know how rare a beast he is. He makes theater joyful and fun for kids instead of a demeaning task, which can happen. He created a home for students in a school environment where maybe they felt homeless or they didn't have a place to be, and John, you created that home for them. You set kids up in a million ways to set them up to be successful adults and human beings for the rest of your life. All of the people here are a testament to that. And I got to say, John, because of that, you are truly a living legend. Barely living legend. Thanks, boss. Congratulations on your retirement.
Love you, Al.
Love you.
Hey, Alex Fletcher, everybody. Freaking killed it. Thank you, Alex.
Bye.
Everybody say bye to Alex.
Bye.
Bye. Ooh, you guys are big. That's not good. We got a great act next, but first I want to bring up another friend to join us on the side with us. Folks, it's Pat McManus, everybody. Tiny little Pat McManus down there. But first, before we get to Pat, we got to get to Laura freaking Brown, everybody. Please put your virtual hands together.
Hi, guys. You know, I always loved John a lot. You know, I felt like we always really got along. I think he felt a kind of kinship with me, which is why he cast me as multiple senile old people. You know, when I wasn't being old ladies, I did a lot of other things for the Players Club. My senior year, I was vice president. And, you know, being a Players Club officer just taught me so much about leadership, integrity, finding John's keys, organization, fundraising, finding John's keys, community, friendship, and of course, finding John's keys. How did he lose them so often? You could see those keys from space. Even if he can't find his keys, though, John is a great theater maker, always taking risks, pushing the envelope, which I think was just an elaborate plot to get Dr. Capuano to snap. But really, I think with every show, it felt like John pushed the envelope a little bit more. Like, did you guys see Spelling Bee? Fantastic show. Everybody did a great job, but there was an erection on stage. And that wasn't in the script. It wasn't all fun and games with John, though. Sometimes John had enough. Do you guys remember the times that John would just walk out? It didn't happen a lot, but when it did, whoo boy. Have you ever seen a more distraught group of teenagers? The guilt we felt when we all let down our collective father figure. He wasn't mad, just disappointed. I always wondered what he did when he left, though. What was going on out there? Street fighting, interpretive dance, taking shots of milk and cookies, obviously. Really, though, John taught me so much about comedy and committing to the bit. I always remember once during a rehearsal for On the Razzle, we were running this one bit over and over again, trying to get the timing right. And in this scene, I was supposed to pinch Kyle McIntyre's cheeks, but I overshot it and wound up sticking my entire finger in his mouth. And Kyle and I were shaking because we both wanted to laugh so hard. But there, as standing at the edge of the stage, was John with this wild look in his eyes like, "Oh, I dare you to break. Do it. Are you feeling lucky, punk?" Believe it or not, this was not the most unsanitary thing John had me do on stage. The CDC has John on a watch list for the spit take scene from Drowsy Chaperone. I am convinced that that was an elaborate science experiment where John was using Nick Comas as a petri dish, trying to discover new and exciting bacteria. I felt like a biological weapon. In an act of sadism, it was true sadism, John had us run that bit so many times that I was compulsively spitting out anything I drank for weeks. I mean, really, I still get flashbacks sometimes. That one was for you, John. John, I have to say, you're the best teacher and mentor that I ever had, and I am who I am today because of you, and I am so happy about that. Thank you for everything. That's all for me.
Laura. Laura Brown, everybody. Downtown Laura Brown. Thank you, Laura. Okay, everybody say bye to Laura now.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
There we go. Hi, Jen. You're not on yet. Up next.
Jen's just sitting there.
Jen!
Hi, Jen!
Patrick, don't audition for Footloose.
But Patrick, do go up next because it's your turn to roast John Gwardyak. Pat McManus, everybody. Put your virtual hands together.
Hello, thank you. When I first heard the rumors it was time to say bye-bye birdie to John, my first thought was, is he dead? I was happy to learn he was only retiring, which meant he'd no longer be the servant of two masters, now only Karen. You know, I said to myself, Pat, next time you're in town, you got to give that guy a hug. And while the lights are out on John's career, he's now entering that fun part of life where there's nothing left to do but cut Footloose, and of course, Once on This Island. You know, John didn't just direct shows. He taught students valuable life lessons, like how to answer a question with another question, or how to say zap after someone else says zip. And John taught me everything I know about performance, which led me to a career in stand-up comedy that went so well, now I'm in law school. You know, John has that unique ability to see an awkward high schooler not just as they are, but as they could be. For instance, where anyone else would see just a teenager, John knows if you add a little gray hairspray and maybe a weird vest, they could look like an old person. Of course, John made some questionable choices in his career as a director, like letting Joe Blute sing high notes.
I agree.
And he cast me in 4 musicals, despite the fact that I have no ability to sing or dance. But he didn't just let me in the musicals, he actively prevented me from quitting Footloose. And to those of you who saw Footloose, now you know who to blame. But really, John directed a lot of great musicals for someone who looks like his favorite song is I Am the Walrus. At one time, we were rehearsing this short psychic hair hotline, and I had not learned any of my lines, despite the fact that John had repeatedly told me to be off book. So I decided, but the whole show took place over the phone. So I used my real cell phone as a prop. I had Pat Cardiello feed me all my lines. And you could choose to see that as a story about me being lazy, but I choose to see it as a story about John training actors to be like Marlon Brando. Old, lazy, refusing to learn his lines, Marlon Brando. Throughout human history, people have always been comforted by the idea of a man upstairs making decisions. And most people are thinking of God in heaven, but for Players Club, that's always been John in the booth. There's a lot of similarities between God and John. There's that booming voice, they're in charge of the lights, and they both really don't like it when you covet things. Seriously though, John, you've made a huge positive impact in so many lives. And as you might write on Facebook, happy retirement.
Hey, thank you, Pat. Woo! Pat McManus, everybody. Okay, everybody. Bye, Pat.
Bye, Pat.
Oh, he did that himself. That was incredible. Okay, we got another video to show. How exciting. Can Kevin bring it up successfully? Here we go.
Forever our captain. Thank you.
One
for
second.
everything.
Let me just.
O'Connell.
Dearest John, forever our captain. Thank you for everything, for making our formative years exciting and full of possibility and Avicii-cha. Congrats on your retirement.
Hi, John. Hi, Karen. It's me, Jen Berger, aka Jen Brett, coming to you live from the Celebrity Apex. And I wish you the happiest and healthiest retirement. And I'm so glad that you finally get to do what you've been working towards. And I'm so grateful for you and everything that you've done for me. And you've inspired me. And I would not be here without you. And I'm always going to be thankful for you for that. And I'm also always going to remember when I was in middle school in 7th grade when I auditioned for You're in Town, and you said, oh, you might not be able to be in the show because you don't have a sibling in the show. And I said, yeah, but I'm good. And now here we are. And here we are. And once again, I wish you the absolute best, and I hope I get to see you soon, and we all miss you, and we all love you. Bye.
Hey, it's Grace Devanza from the class of 2016. Hope you didn't forget about me yet. And the little John story I wanted to share is how he accidentally forced me into Players Club. So I needed a ride home the day of the fall comedy auditions of my sophomore year, and everyone who could give me a ride home was trying out. So I was in the back of the auditorium waiting for them to finish so I could get a ride home when John shuffles back there and he goes, do you have a script? And I was like, nah, I don't have a script, because, I wasn't trying out. And he said, oh, here you go, hands me one. I was like, go up there and read that passage. And I didn't know how to say no to adults at that point. So shuffled up there, read out the passage, and then a few days later, my friend came up to me and said, did you know you got casted? And that's how I joined Players Club, because I didn't know how to say no to John. And thank you, John. It was honestly one of the best decisions I ever made, and it gave me a place to go in high school when I really needed it, and gave me such a supportive, wonderful community. And I really hope you have an amazing retirement.
To John Gwardyak, this is take, 20 of trying to film this video for you. And it's one of the hardest videos that I've ever had to film because I have no words. I have no words to describe the positive impact that you've made on my life, but that you've made on every student's life that has come across you. I have no words to summarize your legacy, and I really have I don't know how it's possible to come up with any words in under a minute. So I will just say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for finding my passion. Thank you for being one of the most pivotal people that I've ever come across. As I film this video in the middle of Hollywood right now, I would not be here if it wasn't for you. And congratulations on an incredibly well-deserved retirement. I wish you all the best going forward. And again, from the bottom of my heart, with all the love in my heart, thank you.
Hi, John. Hi, Karen. Congratulations on your retirement. Oh, this is so exciting. And I'm going to try really hard not to cry. Okay. Thank you both so much for all of the amazing memories and opportunities throughout the years. The Eastchester High School Players Club is so much more than just a club. It is a family, and I am so happy and lucky to be a member of that family. And it is thanks to you that the family continues to grow and continues to support one another through this journey that is life. Thanks to you, I was able to experience the magic that is theater, both on and off stage, and I learned some valuable life lessons along the way. Most importantly being to take life one brick at a time, that love makes the world go round, because friendships are the perfect blendships, and anything's possible. Wishing you all the happiest of times ahead, hopefully filled with a few trips to the Mouseland and lots of milk and cookies. Congratulations again. Love you both. Bye.
Hi, John. I was lucky enough to work with you as a director all 4 years that I was in high school in the fall plays, and of course then I worked with you in Jazzco and on the musicals. But the first musical you directed, Pippin, was my senior year musical, which I am now fully realizing is 20 years ago. And in those 20 years since, I have done quite a bit of theater in theater school, acting, directing, and even producing. And I still go back to so often something that you told me: acting is reacting. And I will continue to use that for many years to come. So thank you for that. And thank you for everything that you have done for the performing arts at Eastchester High School. Congratulations.
Congratulations, John Gwardyak. What a stellar career. I can't believe you're retiring. Certainly very well deserved, but there are going to be a lot of unhappy Eastchester students. You have made a profound impact on so many. You were able to produce fantastic shows, one better than the next, and I look forward every year to those emails. You are not going to want to miss this show. I know I say it every year, but I mean it this year. You are not going to want to miss this show. This one is special. And every year they were, one better than the next. I loved attending. I loved watching what you could do with the students, how much you could bring out of them. You are an absolute magician, and you deserve all the credit in the world. We're certainly going to miss you in Eastchester. I vote for a gold star in the center of the auditorium lobby. I think that would be a fitting tribute to a special individual. Good luck in the future. You deserve it.
I think I tend to agree with Mr. Fury there. And if anybody happened to agree with that and want to get a hashtag started, whatsoever, maybe if some, Eastchester School District people were watching tonight, we could, get the ball rolling on something magical like that in front of the auditorium. Just a thought. I think that'd be a cool thing, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to bring out some more friends right now for everybody. Please put your hands together for current students, Joe Carlano and John Ferrara, everybody. And now we get to see the comedic stylings of the one and only Jen Tyler. Yay!
Hi, everybody. So when I was first asked to
prepare a roast, my first thought was, well, okay, it's not going to be good because I haven't eaten red meat since the Stone Age. But I found a great recipe, so we're just going to go with that. So John has joined me on the red meat free wagon. So we are going to prepare a little recipe today for the one and only Wizard of EHS. And it's going to start with a base of 28 years of service, 28 years of magic, and 28 years of unconditional support and mentorship to all of the students that come his way. So we're going to get that right in your pan. Stir it around if you want to. Up next, we have 26 bright musicals. Pour in there. A half a cup of creativity. An infinite amount of unconditional love. I don't have an infinite amount of paper, so I'm going to go with a cup of infinite love. £6 of sparkle. We're gonna pour in that right now. 14 pounds of Hawaiian sugar. You can dice these up if you want, but just a nice whole. All the time in the world to support and care for those who are coming to you with any kind of concerns while they are learning the craft of theater or while they are learning the craft of life. A dash of perspective, and 1,000 reminders to see the forest and not the trees. And of course, keys, because while you may lose your keys, you will always keep the keys to our heart. We love you very much and wish you a great retirement, and thank you for all that you are and all that you do.
Love you, Jen.
Yay. Jen, that was so sweet. That wasn't a roast. You were too nice to John there. Okay, we got to say bye to you now. You were too nice to John. Bye, Jen.
I love you, Jen.
Oh, that was so sweet. Thank you, Jen Tyler. Once again, up next, we've got, I'm bringing in a new friend. This is somebody who knows John very, very well. Please welcome to the stream, Emma Carroll, everybody. Oh, Emma's muted. Let me see if I can unmute her.
Wait, Emma.
Emma, you gotta unmute yourself.
Unmute.
You gotta...
Unmute.
Emma, you... Okay.
Unmute. Okay, I'm unmuted. I'm unmuted. Get off my ass, okay?
Hi, guys.
This is your nephew.
Congratulations.
Brought him in here.
That's okay.
Thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. It's an honor to be here. Listen, first of all, what is a Sparkle Award? I never got one. What the fuck? Multiple people have mentioned a Sparkle Award, and I'm pissed.
They went to really good actors.
Listen, son, okay? Okay, you better pipe down, okay? Listen. Also, I didn't know we had a president and a vice president of Players Club.
Let me remind you of your years in high school.
All right, look, it's a fucking honor to be here to roast the legendary John Gwardyak. All right, this man spent decades bringing the arts and culture to a place that truly does not deserve either thing, Eastchester, New York. What a shithole. Look, not only is John my former theater teacher, but as we've just established, he's also, sadly for him, to his great misfortune, kind of my uncle. Okay? So I've been dating his nephew for years now. This is not what he would have wanted. He would have wanted anybody else, I'm sure. KG, any of the other students. But honestly, You got me. So what do you want me to say? Okay. Goldstein said at the beginning of this roast that it was going to be John and Karen for the rest of their lives. Sadly, it's going to be me, John, and Karen for the rest of your lives. Okay. All right, listen.
God, what have I done?
Listen, you made a big mistake. You made a big mistake. Listen, I do, John, all seriousness, I do remember auditioning for you the first time for the fall play in 10th grade. And it was a big step for me because I was very nervous. And if I'm being honest, I had a lot of judgments about what Players Club was. I was like, that's kind of for nerds, no? But after I was in it, I realized that I was so wrong. It's not for nerds. It's for losers. Okay. But truth be told, I was a loser. Okay. But I was pretending to be cool. And I didn't know that other people also knew that I was a loser. So in a way, I was acting. So in a way, I belonged in the Players Club my whole life. Okay, John? Listen, so anyway, the first time that I auditioned for John for the Players Club, I don't even remember what the audition was, but I do remember John, this crazy Disney man, just raving like, you're one of the most naturally funny kids to ever come on this stage. And I was like, wow, I am not praised for much these days. So this feels great. And I was like, wow, I'm going to get the lead. And not only did John not give me the lead, he did not even give me a part in the play. Okay. He wrote, I think, his own play to go before the play. And he put me in the play before the play. Like the detention for the fuck ups. And I was like, well, I do kind of feel comfortable here. So anyway, so I did end up doing those plays every year. And eventually I got the courage to do the musicals with Karen. And that was a great experience. Sadly, I was not allowed to dance or sing anywhere that the audience could see. But John would build me very nice set pieces to box step behind. And I did appreciate the stage time. Listen, I love John. John, I can't discount that his encouragement and his guidance shaped me as a performer 100%. And I'm forever grateful for that. That's what I do now. And, you know, I know there's countless people who feel the same. And I really do believe that we bonded back in the day because you were almost as drunk as I was. And I thank you. And I thank you. And I love you. And sadly, for you, this is not goodbye. I will see you this summer. I adore you. I adore you both. Thank you so much.
Bye, friends.
Thank you, Emma.
I love you. See you
Everybody,
soon.
virtually give it up for Emma. Thank you, Emma. Have a good one.
Yay!
Okay, perfect. Well, next was supposed to be Joseph Carlano and John Ferrara, and John completely. Oh no, John's at backstage. Hold on, John. What the? Okay, I'm gonna get out of here so you two can have full screen here. Everybody, put your hands together for Joe Carlano and John Ferrara.
Yay!
What are you doing?
Sorry, I was so shocked by that bit that I accidentally laughed. Okay, before we begin, I would just like to say it's very difficult to go this late into a roast because everyone has already made all the jokes about John's low-hanging fruit, which were on display during every single rehearsal. And since everyone's already said the sweet, sappy BS we say to old people on their deathbeds, we just get to be mean. So I'm very excited.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Oh, God. I mean, I can't believe I'm seeing him go. I'm crying mostly happy tears because, dear God, will that man live on with me forever in therapy. All right, let's go.
Hey, John.
Hey, Joe.
So, we got to witness the last gasps of John Gwardyak.
Yeah, what did you think of it?
Well, he probably could have retired sooner.
I don't know. You gotta respect the man. It's rare for a person his age to have the stamina to go for 3 straight hours every day without Viagra.
Yeah, but it is kind of weird that he spent his time with a bunch of kids instead of his wife.
We both know Karen doesn't want to deal with him that long anyway.
Fair. You know, John is retiring at the ripe age of 67.
But let's be honest, we all thought he was a whole lot older than that.
A lot older than that. In fact, John has been running the Players Club for over 2 decades now.
Which technically means that the EHS Players Club has lasted longer than the Confederacy. That deserves claps.
Speaking of losing, if I had $1 for every time that John lost his keys, well, let's just say that the Players Club budget would never have a problem again.
Which would have been much more useful before he retired, considering how many times he almost bankrupted the damn club. But, I mean, I would be lying if I honestly said that I didn't purposefully hide those keys a few times just to see what would happen. But,
I knew it.
You called me a rat bastard for it, and I deserved it. Working with John has always been a balancing act. He puts up with our endless shenanigans, and we remind him what show we're putting on.
I gotta say, it's been especially fun having John Gwardyak and John Ferrara, because it is rather entertaining to be like, hey, John! No, not you, the senile one. Yeah. Low-hanging fruit. But I will say that it was especially fun this year to have Mr. Mechanical Knees tell me how to walk like a vice principal.
You think that Cyborg would, at least try to remember our names?
You're telling me! He's been calling me Linda.
Well, I think that we've picked at just about every insecurity that John has.
Besides his receding hairline.
I can't believe we forgot about that one.
But hey, at least we get to disappoint John one last time. Thank you, John.
We love you so much, but probably not as much as you love telling kids to come to your white van for candy and puppies.
True. It's your passion.
Where's Kevin?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm working on it. Yo, Joe Carlano, John Ferrara, everybody. Yo, give it up for them.
Yay!
You killed it. Okay, bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Good thing we got rid of Joe. Now it's just the 4 of us. Now John's got 2. Okay. Our next act, let me just double check real quick. Hi, John. Hi, Karen. It's just the 3 of us now. Let me double check. Great. Perfect. Our next act is a very old friend of John's, and I'm so excited to have him here tonight. Please welcome Pete Kramer.
Yay!
Hey, Pete, you're muted.
You're muted. Mute.
Of course
There
I'm
we
muted.
go.
I've been muted the entire goddamn pandemic.
All right, have fun.
Hey, look, I'm wearing a shirt that barely fits me. All in your honor, John Gwardyak. I was really hoping to follow Bobby Moynihan, to follow the guy who gets spanked by David S. Pumpkins. But I guess, the gods giveth and gods taketh away. Most of the people watching probably don't know who the hell I am and wondering who the hell I am. I'm Pete Kramer from Journal News, and I don't belong here because I'm just a fan. I love the man. I love his wife. I love what they've created at Eastchester High School. I'm a fan of Eastchester because of John Gwardyak, and probably more so because of Karen. I was watching Spelling Bee, and it occurred to me that you watch these kids, and you watch the girls in particular. I'm just going to single out the girls here because most of them are Jazzco folks, right? And you say, wow, that kid has poise. That girl knows how to carry herself on stage. And they walk differently because of Karen. They do. They just do. Karen Zambelli has made these girls, these women, these actresses, these triple threats into something they could not have been without her. So yes, John Gwardyak is leaving, but Karen, don't do it. Don't do it. As somebody who has seen 62 high school musicals a year for about 15 years, poise is what we need, Karen. And you brought poise to that stage. I'm so honored to be here to honor his honor. So I'm gonna just, I don't know if that word makes me look more like Hitler. Maybe I'll take that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
And I just want to say that Pat McManus, I don't know who you are. I probably saw you on stage when you were in high school, but you should quit law school and get back into stand-up. And Emma, I guess Emma too, and I'll drink to that. And I've got hold on a second. Just want to take care of that. Yeah, there we go. Which way am I? Yeah, okay, good. All right, John, that's for you. For Karen too. Oh, that's good stuff. I'm sure I'm not the first person or the last person who said this, but the first time I encountered John Gwardyak, all I did was hear him really loudly. I was talking to Helen Canastrese at Rye High School, talking to her about her show, and all I heard from the stage was, "Bye, Helen, I'm leaving." And I was like, what the hell was that to Helen? And Helen says, "Oh, that's just John. That's just John." And a couple of weeks later, I show up at Eastchester, and there's all I see is legs coming down from the Traveler. And there's this guy up on the ladder, and he says, "Pete Kramer!" And I was like, oh man, I love this dude. I love this dude. And we were like instant friends because this guy had gone to every high school to work, and I was traveling to every high school to see what they were up to. And he took pity on me. But Eastchester became one of the places, my favorite places to go to because of John and because of things like watching him work with Jen on a set piece or convince her that she could be the cat in the hat, that she should try the cat in the hat, that she was born to be the cat in the hat. And that is what he's all about. That's what Karen's all about. Maybe more so Karen. No. That's what John is all about, is convincing people that they can do what they cannot conceive of doing. Over the years, I came to appreciate his many talents: set design, lighting design, photography, even, and direction. He's kind of like a Swiss Army knife. You see that? He's kind of like, except he's more like one of these. He's like many, many more things on here. Except maybe that doesn't work because John really doesn't like the cut. Just ask the 37,000 residents of Anatevka. I mean, honestly, those people from Anatevka could have kicked the asses of those 6 Cossacks. I mean, instantly. Are you kidding? Pogrom? You're going to have a pogrom here? Get out of here. We've got kids in the balcony, for crying out loud. No. Anatevka would have ruled, baby. John and Karen, all kidding aside, you guys have brought love and light to that stage, to Eastchester, to Westchester. And how is Eastchester inside of Westchester? And why is it west of Portchester? I don't get these things. Really, I mean, I cannot say strongly enough what it's meant to have you there every year and to stop by and to see the work that you do, the way you work together, the way you can create community on that stage and bring those kids together. It's nothing short of a miracle every year. And I know that it's in good hands, but I'll miss the hands I know.
Oh.
I really love you guys. I just you've supported me through a ton of stuff but I'll miss the hands I know. God bless you guys.
Love you, Pete.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Everybody, Pete Kramer, please. That was awesome. Thank you, Pete, so much. Have a good night.
Bye-bye now.
Bye, Pete.
Bye, Pete.
Now, I have some news, John. The next roast
It's us. Are we the next roaster?
Did you cut everybody off?
Where are you?
Could you not? Okay, Karen's up next. I was trying to do something dramatic.
I am.
Oh.
Yes.
I'm up next?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, everybody, and thank you for joining us. If you don't already know, my name is Karen Zambelli, and I'm John's wife. First, I'd like to thank 3 people who are responsible for this roast taking place. First is Emma Carroll for driving home the point on Easter Sunday. I'm going to try to imitate her now. Gwardyak, you should go out with some sort of roast this year. So that day, I pulled Emma aside and said, we're going to make it happen.
There were a few more F-bombs in there.
Yeah, well, I'm being nice. And of course, Michael Goldstein and Kevin Wingerzon, right? Kevin Wingerzon, for making this roast possible. They pulled this all together, and all the credit goes to these two wonderful people. Thank you so much. So mine is, what am I going to do to roast my husband? So Kevin said, Karen, just tell a story that nobody knows. So I thought I'd give you a little history of John and Karen. Okay, so first of all, we met in high school. Second, we didn't like each other in high school. We didn't really know each other. We just didn't like where each other hung out in high school. 3, we graduated and we went off to different colleges. 4, we come back and from college, and John becomes the Mount Vernon High School band director, and I become a dance teacher in New York State's first magnet school. John's band has an auxiliary dance unit with 50 girls, and they need a new choreographer. I got the job. So now I'm working with someone I wasn't particularly fond of in high school, but I was in for a pleasant surprise. Working with John, I found him to be creative, imaginative, smart, talented, patient, kind, and funny. All the things I wasn't used to. It seems that we worked well together, and we were successful in Mount Vernon. So then we got married. First thing I said to my maid of honor, Lucy, at the reception is, if you would have told me in high school that I would marry John Gwardyak, I would have said, are you blank, 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 blank crazy? But here we are. John then got a job at Eastchester Schools as tech director of the high school auditorium about 26, 27, 28 years ago. I'm not exactly sure. And he proceeded to drag me along with him. Charlou Woodrow asked him if he knew any dance teachers, and his answer was my wife. So here I am. Being married and working together, though, was not always a piece of cake. I don't believe John would have asked any other choreographer to choreograph the way he asked me to choreograph. I need you to choreograph this number 4 different ways. I need you to choreograph for people dancing on the floor. I need you to choreograph for people dancing on the boxes. I need you to choreograph for the people on the sides of the stage, or on a bench, or up on scaffolding, or in the auditorium, or in the balcony. Oh, and I need you to also choreograph for the people who are in the center of the stage. Oh, and while you do this, yes, you only have 5 feet because the scenery will take up the rest part of the stage. So for 100 people to fit into, make sure you get 100 people fit into 5 feet and make it look good. Oh, and also when there was a child that had a question that John knew he would not like the answer, his answer was, ask Karen. After a while, and sometimes loud discussions, John's answer to me was always the same. I'm the director. And that's the end of that. So, here I would like to say thank you to Jessica Chico for being my assistant choreographer and our mediator. With that, we were very successful, even with the thousands of people on stage, as Pete has said. The lack of space, my sometimes loud objections, John always pulled it off. Through his leadership, creativity, imagination, love for theater, the students, and everything that goes with this job, John made it magical. This was his dream job. He always said that it's not a job when you love what you do, and he loved what he did. And nobody does it better. Let's put on a show and expose as many students as we can to the excitement of the theater. Never turn a student away. Sparkle. And those were John's mottos. And I just want to say, it's been a privilege and an honor to work. I can't look at him. It's been a privilege and an honor to work next to you for all these many, many years, and I'll do it all again. I'd do it all again. There's no better person for me than you. Now, as we venture into the next phase of our life, I'm excited to see what future holds. And I need you to remember as we spend more time together. I'm the director of our home. So that puts an end to that. I love you.
That was surprisingly nice.
Thank you. Sorry I couldn't roast you.
Guys. Oh, guys. Stop.
That was really nice.
I didn't want to dig into the dirt.
I have to wipe my tears here.
Okay.
Okay, guys, we got one more video.
Okay.
Hold on.
With all of these kids on stage and a full set of scenery, a full dance number, what am I supposed to do?
Are you doing John's video?
Get out!
That's literally what I do for a living. Happy retirement. Congratulations and happy retirement.
You created truly the best high school theater group in existence. All of my dearest high school memories are from the Players Club. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Hi, John. I am so sad you're retiring, but it is well deserved. Go travel, go see shows, go to Disney a lot. Enjoy and congratulations.
Happy retirement, John. Although I have to admit I was surprised to hear the news, because I don't think anyone's really seen you do any real work in years. Karen's work has definitely increased as time has gone on. Poor thing. Sometimes I do worry about the system that would allow such such influence over so many youth. But I am really glad that you found it worth chewing through the restraints most days to do so. Happy retirement, John, and, wish you all the best. Second star to the right, straight on till morning. Starfleet thanks you very much for your service.
Hi John, I just wanted to say congratulations and wish you a wonderful retirement. I hope it is filled with lots of relaxation and trips to Disney. You have had such a positive impact on so many lives throughout your career, including mine, so thank you. Much love to you.
Congratulations, John! We're so proud of you. We love you and can't wait for our next family vacation. But I get to come this time too.
Hi John, congratulations on your retirement. Thank you so much for all of the countless hours, the blood, sweat, and tears, and all of the hard work that went into making every single production of the Players Club the most precious memory for all of us. Thank you for making a home out of the Eastchester High School auditorium for so many people. For anyone who ever walked through those theater doors, they knew that they belonged and that they were something special. Best of luck to you and Karen on your next chapter. We will miss you, we love you, and happy trails.
Hi, John. It's Kyle. I just want to thank you. I can't think of anything to roast you on. So I just want to thank you for everything you did for me and my brother and my friends. And, obviously the high school's not going to be the same without the three of you. We love you. And yeah, you haven't heard the last of us. So thank you very much for everything. And I hope you're celebrating somewhere or crying. This is a roast, so either one. Celebrating through tears.
Hi, John. Thank you so much for all your hard work and dedication to Players Club throughout the years. Congratulations on your retirement, and always remember to sparkle.
Hey, Mr. G. Congratulations on your retirement. If there was anybody out there that would be able to face such adversities and hardships as we all did this year and still be able to put on a wonderful final show, it would be none other than John Gwardyak. Thank you so much for everything that you've done for not just me, but Players Club, Jazz Co, and any other assembly or concert that the school threw at you. And thank you for making my 4 years in high school a little bit enjoyable, whether that be from you letting me sit in the booth with you during the boring assemblies, or dealing with my mental breakdowns and being my unpaid therapist. Thank you again for not only being the director I was terrified of my freshman year, but a role model that taught me lessons that I will hold on to for the rest of my life. Again, congratulations on your retirement, John. I wish you the absolute best. Stay magical.
Hey John, there's not enough words to say how much you helped me. Because of you, I found what I love to do and have the confidence to look into this camera and say congrats. I hope you have a good retirement.
Congratulations, John and Karen. I'm so happy for you guys. I love you two so much. I wish nothing but the best. Thank you for making Players Club and Jazz Coat the best experience ever. I love you.
Did you see on Facebook John Gwardyak's retiring?
John who?
Remember John and Karen, his wife, the choreographer from Jazzco?
Oh, the one that would always tell us to drip sex and curse at us in French?
Yeah, and John, you know, he wore all those Hawaiian shirts, and every year when he did the cast list, he'd tell us about how much scotch he used to drink.
Oh, John. The one that in The Wiz had me dress up as a lion, and then my crotch ripped accidentally.
And he had me playing the wizard like a preacher. Me.
Ah, yes, John. Within 2 shows, A Flea in Her Ear, and The Man Who Came to Dinner, I was 7 different roles, and I still don't know who the hell I am.
He used to make me promise I'd buy him a car when he retired. I hope no one reminds him.
Well, you think we should say something? You think we should say congratulations or something like that?
Like that he was awesome all the time? What could we say?
Arichi-cha, arichi-cha, arichi-cha-cha.
And now, John Gwardyak, the floor is yours, my friend.
I don't have a lot to say, so I'm not going to say a lot. I just want to say it's been a real blast. And thanks for playing theater with me all these years. Love you guys.
Thank you, guys.
Yay, we love you, John. I'm going to bring back everybody who's backstage still. So we're all going to wave goodbye. Okay, thanks for watching tonight,
Love
everybody.
you.
Hey, Emma, did I do your voice well?
You did it amazing.
All right.
Okay, we love you, John. Everybody, thank you so much for watching the roast of John
Love you
Gwardyak.
guys. Everybody, thank
you. The second one.
Peter, we'll do milk and cookies.
Bye.